So Margie and Tommy are students of future school. Their classes are taken by a mechanical teacher, that is robots. So the story as it is set in 2057. So we see that Tommy and Margie, they're two kids. So Tommy is boy and Margie is a girl. They both are brother sister. So we see that the scene starts where they're talking about the future school. Okay, they're talking about how schools are at that period of time. So we see that at that period of time, there's no physical teacher or human being who teaches. There's no school, there's no proper building, but it is just mechanical teacher or robot who is actually teaching them. Now, coming to a very interesting part, as there was no school, so mechanical teacher was just next to their room. It was just in the house. In the house, there was one study room, also known as school for the kids. Kids. So just next to their room in their house, there's one study room or little school, you can say, where kids they go and study. And there's one mechanical teacher. There's one robot who is teaching, and the robot delivers the lecture, and there is one slot where there's one box kind of structure where you have to submit your homework also to the robot. And then the syllabus is also fixed in the beginning only, and that's what the robot exactly teaches. Now, one fine day, Tommy finds an old book. So as he sees the book, it is something very strange for him because he has never seen books. Notebooks, kuch bhi nahi hote the, because they used to study through robots. Robots used to teach, and they have seen an actually original book. To which Tommy was surprised a lot, and same was with Margie. So they both were so surprised that what kind of this is, that something is written on it, because they've never seen words written on books. They've never seen books. It was all PDF or all the files which were in the robots which they have seen. Now when they found the book, Tommy found the book in the attic, and pages were yellow, crumpled words are still written on it. So what happened with the pages? Pages are all turned yellow and crumpled ki pata chal raha hai bahut purani book hai, and there were words which were still written on it. So he could still see some words written on him, to which he was actually in great surprise. And then he thought to himself that what a wastage of resource it is. That books are just a wastage of resource. Why people need to have books with them. Now coming to the Margie actually liked the concept of books because she hated school. She did not like school at all. She hated her teacher, and she hated, the reason why she hated, because she used to get lot of homework. She used to get lot of homework which she never liked, and she has to do it, and her school was where it was just next to her bedroom. It was just near to her. She does not have to go and walk or travel by bus in order to go to proper school. So she completely hated the whole new scenario, whole new criteria of the school. She hated the slot of putting homework and test papers. She hated when she has been given a lot of test papers and then she has to put it on, and she hated that slot a lot. Now one day what happened, Margie's robotic teacher went off, and she was not able to understand what is happening. So that's why her mother called county inspector in order to repair the teacher, which he has done within an hour. Now as soon as Margie's teacher did not respond well, Margie was very happy and excited about it, because she never liked studying a lot, and she was happy because the same thing happened with the Tommy's teacher also, and he has gone for repair. Tommy's teacher, mechanical teacher, has gone for repair for several days. So that's why Margie was also very excited, because she thought that uske teacher will also go for many days, and she can rest and enjoy. But to her disappointment, her teacher was fixed within an hour, and she was not happy about it. She did not like that why her teacher is fixed within an hour. So now county inspector told her mother that there's a reason why Margie was having poor performance in geography, because her teacher's setting was changed, and that's why the now county inspector has changed the setting and make it to the equal level. So what happened with why Margie was constantly performing bad in studies, because her teacher had some faulty mistakes, faulty settings were there in her teacher, and the setting was that her notes, whatever teacher was teaching, was more than that of the level of Margie. So setting ऐसे change हो गई थी that whatever the teacher was teaching was beyond the age of Margie. वो बड़े बच्चों के लिए था, and it was the speed of the machine was too fast. So as per the age of Margie, so Margie was not able to absorb whatever knowledge she was getting because of the speed of the teacher. Then we see that Margie is not happy that her teacher is fixed and she again has to go back and study, and again the same thing will repeat, and then she's somewhere lost in her own thoughts also. She's thinking about the old schools, and she's also discussing about that school with her brother, that is Tommy. Now Tommy also told her about schools that existed centuries ago, that schools which we have now. They had man as a teacher and school was in special building, and children of the same age group studied same things together, which was not with the machine now. Now Tommy, when he told her that school centuries ago, how schools were, there was a man who used to teach, there is a person, human being who used to go in a building where all the people of the same, all the children of the same age group, they were friends, they used to study in a classroom, and a teacher used to come and teach, and students could also take their doubts, whatever doubts they were having. They used to go in a very funny way, they used to enjoy it throughout, they used to enjoy their journey, and then they used to also have a break, games period, and lot of fun also they used to have. So when Tommy was telling all those things to Margie, Margie got so excited that she also wanted to attend old school and wanted to know more and more about it. She wanted to know more and more that what has happened. Now one thing is, from where Tommy got all these knowledge about the books is from his grandfather. So his grandfather told a lot to Tommy about the old school. Now what happened exactly? Now Margie was very fascinated because she thought old school is a great fun, because their kids over there used to play and study together. They used to have their food together. They used to share a lot of good bond, which she was actually missing, and she thought it's a lot of fun to even go to a building. Now she has to go just next to her bedroom, so that's why she was not actually happy. Now thinking of all these things, we never imagined that Corona will come into our lives and you will also have online classes and you don't have to go to school. I don't think anybody ever imagined this could actually happen, right? So it's not something that is beyond our control, and as we are living the life in a similar way, maybe in the coming times, in the coming centuries, we will not be having human as teacher. It would actually be robots who would be actually teaching, thinking that how the world is actually running nowadays, thinking that nowadays it's completely digital. So maybe it will happen a time, maybe there'll come a period where teachers are actually not there. There are no human teacher. It is just robots who are teaching, or maybe it would completely be the scenario of the life would completely be over the internet and just online classes. It would be going on. It is also a possibility. Now thinking of the current situation. Now we see next is that now Margie is still imagining her things. She's still deep in her imagination. She's imagining how kids used to have fun and how it would be if she goes back to the time and she could also enjoy all those things. She's still thinking about it. Meanwhile, what happened? Computer screen of her teacher flashed new chapters in arithmetic, but Margie was lost in her thoughts. Margie was so deep lost in her thoughts that she could not even see that the computer screen has actually flashed a new chapter. She was completely busy and she was completely into those thoughts. As she is fascinated about the physical existence of school, she is so much fascinated about the physical existence, that how schools were at that point of time and how kids enjoyed. So she completely liked the idea of old schools in comparison to the new one. Now this is my question from you people, that what do you think? Which school is better? What do you think? School of present or school of the future, where Margie and Tommy were enjoying? Now clearly, now imagine the school where Margie and Tommy were, they also did not have any friends in school. They did not have any games period. They did not have any co-curricular activities. It was just study. They were just going into a room, study. Now imagine that is better, or something which you have right now, the school, the building. Okay, so now what we have is not just learning, it is learning by enjoying. Okay, the school nowadays we have, the school we have nowadays, the study, the education pattern we have now is not only to impart you knowledge, but also to make learning a fun process, so that you can enjoy learning, which was not obviously there in the future school. Now this is very important question that could be asked, the difference between the future school and the current school. Okay, and in the question it would be asked in a way, the difference between current school and the past school. So for Tommy and Margie, current school is Robert and the past school is the school buildings which we have now. And clearly your answer could be anything. So some students might feel that the schools which were earlier or the schools the robots teacher are better. Some students can feel that also, so it's up to you. You can write your answer in whatever way. So no doubtly both the schools are equally good.